Okay, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the elect. Now, this is a Sean coming at you once again from the Baltimore camp. And what happened today, well, it happened a couple of days ago, was you got a guy, an Israelite, a Jake that I'm sure he knows he's an Israelite, but he's in the world. Guy named Van Lathan. He's one of the one of the main entities at TMZ. All right, one of the commentators at TMZ. Now, this guy brought a lot to TMZ, because TMZ is a popular news channel. They in everybody business, mainly celebrities business, and they report the news. And they're run by we all know that Hollywood is controlled by the so-called Jews. The Edomites, the top Edomite family that is running this world, and TMZ is mainly, so-called Jews, Amalek, that run that station, that channel. And the Jake that they had working from the black guy, so-called black guy, they had fired him over a little dispute. And I'm going to play a little bit of the video. And it always go back to the scriptures. I mean, Jake just won't understand and get this thing. The 2/3 of Jake. But guess what? They're examples of what we could bring to the elect to wake up the elect, and edify the brothers, because it happened time and time again. Where's Jake run into confrontation with these Edomites? He think these Edomites are his friends, and they get jobs together, and they end up firing the Jake, And you need to work to, support your family and support a lifestyle and get by on an everyday struggle in this captivity. But Jake want to get, Jake think he's brought here to, he don't believe that he's brought here to serve captivity. He believes that everybody can get a piece of American pie. And that's not right. That's not the correct thing. And we were brought over here to serve slavery. And it shows time and time again. And I'm going to bring up the scripture at Haggai chapter 1, verses 6. And it reads, and this proves that we're Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You so-called Negroes are from the tribe of Judah. And it shows time and time again. And the Lord remind you, every time you Hollywood celebrities get to a certain point, you always be belittled and brought down by Esau, because you are Israelites, and that's the curses. You are under the curses. You're not brought here to have the American dream. Now Jake is doing well. You have to survive and do what you have to do. But Jake goes overboard. He want to be a celebrity. You're not going to get generational wealth under curses. Let me bring out the scripture, Haggai chapter 1, verse 6, and it reads, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is no warm. And he that earneth wages, earn wages to put into a bag with holes. And tell me that's not Jake. Every NFL player that was popular in the 90s, 80% of those guys are broke now. That's the curses. Let's start from the top and break this scripture down. Ye have sown much. Yeah, these so-called Negroes, they do a lot. A lot of them help whole corporations. Jordan, man, that's a $40 billion, if not more. I know it's more. That's a $1 billion company. And they came up off of the back of Jordan. Michael Jordan. But Jordan only get a little percentage of that, you know. Compared to all the billions they got, he's only a billionaire. I'm sure it's a couple. I don't know their names. You can look them up. But the guys that own Nike, they billionaires. They up in the. I'm sure they probably got like $100 billion, if not more. But how much Jordan got? Jordan only damn near a billionaire. You know, Jordan is probably 2 million, if worth $3 million, 3 billion. I'm sorry, Salaki. Jordan is probably worth $3 billion or 2 billion. One of the, I know he's a billionaire, but he's not up in the billions. The guys that own Nike, they got billions. So it goes to down to the regular Jakes. You know, the Jakes that like us that work regular jobs. Some of us been at our jobs for 30 years, 40 years, and we don't have over 100,000 in our bank account. But guess how much the owner has? The owner is worth millions. You see, so that's what it's talking about when you have so much and bring in little, because the average is like bringing millions of dollars or worth millions and die broke. Ye eat, but ye have not enough, and that goes as the same thing. That goes right along with the same thing. And let's skip down to the part where it say, and ye earneth wages and put it in a bag for the whole. In other words, Jake, our money just go away, because that's the curses. That's what I mean by we're not gonna get generational wealth on this side, because every time you turn around, Jake, oh this man, oh that man, oh these lawyers, and he's broke. He done bought in all the millions of dollars, but now he's broke. So investments don't go right, you out of money. Because when you make money, you gotta invest it to make more money and make more, you know. And that goes for these foreign people over here. They come over here and they get into investments, and they're a millionaire within a year. But let Jake try to do that. Man, it might take Jake like 20 years to just get $1 million. Whereas though it'll take a heathen that's on a corner that opened up a little restaurant or a store, and he's a millionaire in a year. But that's the curses, because all the Israelites go to his store, spend. But let a Jake have a store down the street, won't nobody go for him. Everybody wants something for free. They go to the Chinese store and not fuss about paying $10. You know, they call them $10 plates. You get a $10 plate. Oh yeah, I got 10 of chicken box or chicken and rice or whatever. That's $10 plate. They paid the $10, but Jake owned a similar store selling sofa or whatever. Oh yeah, let me get that on the arm, or they expect Jake to give it to him for free. So that's what it means. Our money, you're not going to profit over on this side. You know, that's part of the curses, because these Jakes better realize that they're Israelites. You know, and that guy Van Lathan, I know he bought a lot to that TMZ. It was built around him and the other guy, the so-called Jew, the lawyer guy, and he don't get props for that. They just fired him like he's expendable. They could bring in another black man, you know. I didn't got busy with it, so let's get this video, and I'm gonna play a little bit about how this guy got fired. Cause see how quick they could just let you go, you know.
I'm defending against malware and hacker attacks. We need people who can outsmart the enemy.
All right.
Gas. Steady, gas.
What's up, world? You're tuned into 423 FM. You already know we've got you covered with your daily dose of celebrity drama. Now let's get into it. Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the 423. Van Lathan, who you may know from TMZ or his Red Pill podcast, was fired this week after a heated argument with one of his coworkers. According to page 6, the veteran TMZ personality was fired after getting into a nasty confrontation with fellow star Michael Babcock. Apparently, the two of them appeared on the publication.
See, all these is so-called, he work around so-called Jews, all right? And I guess Jake get kind of friendly with the so-called Jews and all that, and they think that they're his friends because they didn't fire the other guy, they fired him. You know, Jake get all aggressive, and the so-called white man is scared of Jake. You know, when Jake in a corporate setting, and Jake might have said something, and you know how Esau is. Oh, he threatened us. Oh, we got to get rid of him. You know, Esau is just a damn devil, man. But let's read on what this female got to say about him getting fired.
Online installment of their show TMZ Live about a week and a half ago, and during their appearance they had some sort of disagreement. Of course, the whole on-air face-off has been edited out of the episode since then, but sources say they were going head-to-head over a political disagreement. If you've never watched TMZ's TV show prior, there's a pretty good chance you...
So that's all, you know, it's a mother, let me see.
I told you so. I told you so. I told you.
Okay, that's a Jake that's getting around. Well, it's other topics on reporting on how he got fired, and I guess when you get a chance, brothers, let's look at it on your own. But
welcome, my peeps, my peoples.
yeah, they let the guy, you know, as they would call the popular black guy on the show, they let him go. And that goes back to the curses, you know, because he's an Israelite, you know. And Jake just, you know, we got that spirit in us, you know. And I'm going to bring out some of the curses. I'm going to start at 15. And it Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. And it reads, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." See, so we were put under curses by the Most High, our Father. Verse 16, "Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field." I'm going to go to verse 19. "Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out." So that's talking about, hey, we're going to be, a lot of us ain't going to have money when we come in, or being in a most terrible situation when we're born, and a terrible situation when we go out. A lot of us going to be broke. A lot of us it's just hell when we come in and when we go out. And when, you you newly brothers can, read the whole chapter. But I'm going to just go over the important. All of it's important, but I'm going to just go over the main ones that's on the topic that I'm talking about. In his case, Van Lathan. Verse 29. "And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in the darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways." See? "And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled even more, and no man shall save thee." See, we're oppressed. It says we're not going to prosper. I could read this. "Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her." Our women are going to be whores and sluts, and somebody going to sleep before we get our wife married. Basically every woman on this side has dealt with another man before us, so they're going to be a bunch of whores, basically. I'm gonna go to verse 33. "The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away. See? All them jobs and stuff they oppressing us. Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. So I'm sure they called him when he left out the room, when he had a meeting or whatever. He said, probably say, oh, this nigga, let's get rid of this. This nigga getting high-headed. We done had him on the show for a while. You know, that's how they talk, because that's how Esau in the background care about you, Jakes. He don't give a damn about you, Jakes, man. He could laugh in front of your face for years. And soon as something don't go right that he don't like, you're out of there. You just another nigga. You just another so-called byword, verb, and a proverb. You just another nigga, like, expendable. That nigga. That's how they feel about you, Jakes. But you, Jakes, want to love everybody. Oh yeah, I got white friends. My white friends, all white peoples ain't bad. You know. That's how you, Jake. You know. All white peoples ain't bad. That's you, Jakes. Jake want to love everybody, man. You on a coon train, but everybody ain't loving you. Don't give a damn about you. You know, you get fired. They don't give a damn about your bills and all that. You know, you got bills and all that. They don't care. Verse 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field and shall gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shall neither drink of the wine, nor grasp the grapes, nor gather the grapes, Salaki, for the worm shall eat it. And this is talking about now as well as slavery, when we was in slavery. Throughout all the captivities, mainly. I can go to verse, that was 39. I'm going to go to verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. That's what we was talking about the people, the other nations, like the Chinese or the Japanese or the Ishmaelites or the Arabs come over here and set up a store, and they going jam off. They gonna be millionaires by, give it a year or two, 3. You Jakes, you probably want to try to be an entrepreneur. It might take you forever, or you might end up being a millionaire, but you might only stay a millionaire for a year, and then you back to being broke. You know, look at all these celebrities, how they bounce back up and down. Up one minute, the celebrity got back on his feet, he rich again. Then the next year he's broke again. Then he's rich again. Then he's broke again. You know, that's the curses. You know, but you'll have an Edomite that's been rich the whole time, ain't went through nothing. You know. Verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. Jake don't never had no money to lend to Esau. You know, Esau the one with the money. Them so-called Jews, they own the banks. They own everything. So how are we gonna lend to that's why I say, that's why I don't make no sense when I see a so-called white man on the street begging. 9 out of 10, he most likely a Jake, if you know. Or if he's not a Jake, if he just an Edomite and on the street begging, he's just a 2-time loser because he lost out twice. But if you are Edomite and you broke on this side, that don't make sense. You better go get your piece of the pie. Now that's the piece of the people that's supposed to get the piece, you know, because this is their kingdom. It don't make sense for them not to jam off in their own kingdom. So I ain't giving no damn Edomite no. You know, my hard-earned money, they sitting on the street and all these opportunities they could take advantage of on this side. You know, and if and sometimes he might be a Jake though. So, you know, you gotta just use discernment and go with the spirit if you wanna, you know, help one of those homeless men out or person that's begging for money. But other than that, you know, Esau is going to lend to Jake because they own every damn thing. The so-called Jews, the Amalekites, the international bankers, you know. He shall be the head and thou shalt be the tail, at verse 44, at chapter 28. So he gonna be the head, and we gonna be the tail. So that's why it's all you have. You look up every time the so-called white man is the president. He's the head of. He own everything, every job. They come in with the suits and all that. Esau. I don't care what business or company you work for. It's always the so-called white man that owns the company. And their friends and their friends, and they share jobs, and that's they help each other out with jobs and put all of their men on top while they give Jake the lower paying jobs and the scratch, the slavery job, you know, and then they carry it that way, but then they want to talk about everybody's equal. That's bullshit, because that's a damn lie. Everybody is not equal. If that was the case, I would have a mansion. I would have like 6 or 7 luxury cars outside, which right now I'm not into nothing like that, material things. But let's just say everybody was equal. I have all that crap too. You know, I would try my best to, maintain certain things, but I know I'm up under the curses. Even Jake, we're all up under the curses. I don't care if you're in this truth or not. We're all under these curses. We're not going to be saved until our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai beams us up, and we're on them ships. That's the only time we could say, "Hey, I made it." But other than that, we got to keep on striving, and we're out here doing the work to be the hopeful elect. Verse 48 of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the curses. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, okay, in thirst, and in nakedness, and in all, check this out, and in wants of all things. See? So basically it's telling us Esau going to own all these industries. Whether we hungry, they own the international bankers. Every time you look up, it's a so-called white man that own the highest restaurants. Whatever you could think they got to do with food. It says, and in thirst. Every time you look up, Esau owning beverage, any type of beverage. Esau is at the top of that, whether it be alcohol or fruit drinks or sodas or whatever. Esau owns that. And in nakedness, that's telling us so-called Esau, he's at the top of the clothing industry. A lot of you jakes try to get in the fashion industry. He's going to own that. So it's the Most High pit Esau. Every time you look up, it's going to be a so-called white man that own all of these industries, because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So Esau is going to be running all of these companies. That's why the so-called black woman, our own woman, worships this damn peasant. But the Most High put a peasant over us. So that's why everybody, even the nations, even the other nation, respect this damn devil, because he's at the top. But guess what? The Lord going to take this damn devil down in 1 hour. 1 hour. He's going to destroy this place. And we're going to put these damn Edomites, these damn so-called white people in slavery, in captivity. Yes, the so-called white man is going into slavery. And the elect, his men, the 144,000, the elect is going to be ruling over this whole earth, starting with the Lord and going down to the line, King David, our king, and then the 12, and then the elect, because we do have a king, and our king is King David. He's the king. He's the king, and the Most High is gonna put him back in the throne. He's gonna get the throne of David. Is the Most High is gonna put David back on his throne, back on David's throne. Yeah. Check this out. The last part of this verse, and I'll close it out then. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. See, now think about it. What nation of people, what we the only nation of people that was put a yoke of iron on our neck. You can't think of no other nation that had a yoke of iron on their neck besides the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Mainly the Negroes from the tribe of Judah had to go through that. But I'm gonna tell you this: the northern tribes, they had that yoke of iron on their neck as well. Because when Christopher, it's actual pictures and photos of the so-called Native Americans, the Gadites, with that yoke of iron on their neck before a lot of southern tribes came over here. So the children of Israel went into captivity with the children of Judah. You know, so the Most High knows what He's doing. You can't get around the curses, Van Lathan. You can't get around the curses. You know. So you know what? I'm gonna read this last verse, and then I'm gonna close it out. Verse 49. It reads, "The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand." So around that time in the 1400s, a lot of Israelites, we were speaking Hebrew, and at the time they conquered us. You had Jake that's living over in Europe that was speaking English, but Esau took them down too. And that was around the time when the Most High start letting Esau come up and rise and take us down, you know. And it says swift as the eagle. So the Most High speaking parables, just like his son, and so on and so on. Just like Jake rap and speak Ebonics and Hood, same thing. And every nation want to be like us, but that's where it says as swift as the eagle. What nation always use the eagle as their representation of the nation? The so-called white man, Esau. He used it back in Rome. He used it back. He using it now in America. He used it back at the time of the Edomite rulership was in Petra, and he used it in Greece. So the Most High show you clues of what He's talking about, but only the elect will understand, you know. But I hope this was edifying. Till again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. Till again, brothers, stay up. Take care. Shalom.